Hello and welcome, our blood viewers, to RTD's News English edition. As usual, we bring to you the major and top highlights tonight. Africa adopts historic climate declaration in Addis Ababa. And on the international scene in Gaza, Turkey hosts an international conference to de-announce the genocide in Gaza. Those were the major top highlights. Welcome back to our newsroom, our blog viewers. Africa leaders at the second Africa Climate Summit in Addis Ababa adopted the Addis Ababa Declaration, positioning the continent at the forefront of global efforts to combat climate change. Meeting in the Ethiopian capital, the leaders confirmed Africa's leadership role as its capacity to propose solutions tailored to its realities and the need of its peoples. Key provisions of the declarations include a pledge to mobilize 50 billion US dollars annually to finance major climate projects, calls for fair, transparent, and accessible funding, a demand for comprehensive reform of the global climate finance system, and accelerated implementation of the Loss and Damage Fund. The summit also saw the launch of the African Climate Innovation Charter, which aims to provide 1,000 innovative African solutions by 2030 in renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, water management, transport, and community resilience. Leaders stressed the importance of African sovereignty over climate data as a strategic priority. The ambassador of Djibouti to Turkey, Mr. Adan Hussein Abdullah, met on Wednesday with the Turkish Minister of Transport and Infrastructure, Mr. Abdul Qadir Orgulu, accompanied by the Member of Parliament, Mustafa Alekis, President of the Turkey-Djibouti Friendship Group. Discussions focused on bilateral cooperation, particularly in transport and logistics. Both sides reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening the strategic partnership, supporting joint investments, and consolidating ties of friendship between the two nations and service of the people's shared interests. On Wednesday, Djibouti's new ambassador to Kuwait, Mr. Issa Khairi Roble, presented copies of his credentials to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Abdullah Ali Al Yahya. During the meeting, the ambassador expressed his deep gratitude to the government and people of Kuwait for their warm reception. He praised the frontier relations and the essential cooperation between Djibouti and Kuwait under the wise leadership of both countries. For his part, the Kuwaiti Foreign Minister welcomed the new ambassador, reaffirming his ministry's readiness to support him in his mission and underlying the depth of the historic and brotherly ties binding the two nations, while stressing Kuwait's commitment to strengthening bilateral relations and cooperation. This morning, the General Director of the National Agency for Persons with Disabilities, Mr. Douale Saeed Mahmoud, received UNICEF's resident representative in Djibouti, Mrs. Betty Dastel, to strengthen cooperation between the agency and the UNICEF. The meeting aimed to boost strategic partnerships to improve the living conditions and integrate children with disabilities in Djibouti. Discussions centered on priority areas including inclusive education for children with special needs, raising community awareness about their rights, technical and financial support for joint protection projects. The General Director praised UNICEF's commitment to protecting and supporting children in Djibouti. Later, he, alongside Mrs. Dastel, inaugurated a new waiting hall for children with special needs at the Rehabilitation and Prosthetics Center at the Sheikh Hospital in Mabala, a major step in supporting disabled children's social inclusion. As part of the efforts to combat insect-borne diseases, the regional hospital in Ali Sibeh launched a wide-scale campaign to protect residents from the spread of flies, mosquitoes, and other disease-carrying insects. The initiative, part of a preventive health strategy, includes insecticide spraying, community awareness activities, and the draining of breeding grounds across neighborhoods and markets in Ali Sibeh. The hospital's general director, Mr. Mohammed Miguel Hassan, worked closely with his health team to design a detailed action plan, including schedules and logistics, to ensure smooth execution. These efforts were warmly welcomed by traders and residents of Asad Jog, who expressed gratitude to the Ministry of Health, stressing the importance of such campaigns in safeguarding public health, especially during periods of heightened disease risk. The Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA organized a gathering today at the Sheraton Hotel for former gratitudes and new scholarship recipients. The event provided an opportunity for alumni of student study and training programs in Japan to share experiences, advice, and testimonies with new students preparing to embark on their academic journeys. Through this initiative, JICA aims to strengthen ties between different generations of scholars, foster solidarity, and encourage new beneficiaries to succeed. Participants expressed gratitude to JICA for its ongoing commitment for human resource development and support for bilateral cooperation between Japan and Djibouti. Shifting gears towards the regional scene now, where Ethiopia celebrated its new year known as Enkuntash on Thursday, September 11, 2025, marking the start of the year 2018 in the Ethiopian calendar. The festivities featured traditional dances, the exchange of gifts, and the iconic yellow mescal flowers, along with music performance and festivities in major cities, including Addis Ababa. This occasion reflects the Ethiopian people's commitment to preserving their cultural heritage. The Ethiopian calendar has 13 months and runs about 7 to 8 years behind the Georgian calendar. And from Ethiopia to Kenya, where a recent report by the International Fund for Agricultural Development highlighted the pivotal role of youth in transforming agriculture in Africa into a profitable business through innovation and technology. In Kenya, young entrepreneurs have developed AI-powered apps to diagnose crop diseases, while researchers in Uganda have created IoT-based systems to monitor soil and climate conditions and improve water management. Shifting towards the international scene now, an international conference opened in Turkey today under the theme Stop the Genocide in Gaza, End the Occupation and Begin True Humanitarian Cooperation. Held in Istanbul and Senfura, the conference was organized by the European Forum of Muslims in cooperation with the Palestinian Grand Mufti's Office and the New Welfare Party. It aims to halt the war in Gaza, defend Palestinians' holy sites, and promote spiritual and humanitarian cooperation among peoples and religions. The event brought together human rights advocates and academics from multiple continents. The mayor expressed pride in hosting the conference to amplify solidarity with Gaza. Diplomatic sources revealed that France and the United Kingdom circulated a draft statement at the UN Security Council regarding the Israeli attack on Qatar, aimed widespread international and UN condemnation. The draft expresses deep concern over the strike on Doha, which caused civilian casualties, and reaffirms the Council's solidarity with Qatar, calling for an immediate de-escalation. Well, about this, our beloved viewers, we finally conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us, and make sure to tune in later for more as usual. Have a wonderful evening and take care. Thank you.